this in opening statement.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give Regis credit. I thought they played really well. Things I thought they did well. They passed in system almost the entire match. They did not have a lot of errors, and I thought they stepped up to the finals match. And I think they deserve to win. There were some things that we needed to do better on our end, but I think at the end of the night, for tonight, Regis played better than us, and we're ready to move forward and focus on the NCAAs.
Questions?
Coach, tell me a little bit about their block tonight at the net. 20 block assists for them, 8 for you. Did you feel like that was kind of a driving factor, especially in those last couple sets?
Well, I think the difference, because of the blocking, was what team was passing in system. We were not passing in system as often as they were. And when you're in system, it's easier to run an offense. And when you're not, it's easier to get blocked. So I think it just came down to the pass and serve game.
How easy is it, and Holly or Jackie answers, how easy is it in kind of knowing that, you know, this isn't the end, there's definitely a lot more volleyball to be played as far as the moving on process? Because obviously, you know, this was a goal, but as far as, you know, it's not over. How does that kind of make it feel, and as far as coping with this?
Yeah, we're definitely moving on to regionals now. That was something we wanted that win, but our focus is now on regionals, and that's when it really counts. You get to the NCAAs, it's a whole new game, and one loss and you're out. So we're focused on controlling our side of the court and playing the way we want to play. I know as seniors, and probably speak for both me and Holly, saying that we want this season to go on as long as we possibly can. So we want to fight, we want to play hard.
Now that this is for Jackie and Holly, now that the conference portion of the schedule is completely done, maybe looking back on the year that you guys have had, best season in program history up to this point, obviously it's going to keep going. Talk about what it feels to you guys to have that happen during your senior campaign.
Yeah, I mean, that's been huge. It's something that Jackie and I and the rest of the senior class has been working for all 4 years, and we're fortunate enough that, you know, this loss is not the end of our season. And it just gives us a chance to fight back. And, you know, in the past when we have a loss, we come back 10 times harder. And I think that this team plans to do that, and we're going to make sure we end on a good note.
Mentally going through it, I mean, did you feel like it was just so kind of uncharacteristic of the team, some of the errors that you were making, and as you're going through, was some frustration starting to set in, just because, you know, it's not mistakes that you guys usually make?
A little bit. There's plays where there's just not enough rhythm out there, and, you know, like you said, plays that are uncharacteristic. And I think, you know, this match we needed to take it point by point, and we needed to reset. And, you know, Regis just kept coming at us, and it kind of felt like a game of catch up. So unfortunately, they just kept pushing, and they ended up the top team here.
Coach, did you look at this at all like winner gets to host the regionals? Was that in your mind at all?
After the match, yeah. I think, you know, we beat them twice in the conference season, and they're still ranked 1. So I think they're going to be 1 hosting NCAAs, and we'll be 2. But, you know, we're ready for whatever happens with the selection show tomorrow. And either way, we're still in Denver, which means we can pull a crowd like we did tonight. And like I've always said, I mean, we play well when we have a crowd. So I'm liking that it's in Denver.
Kind of a quirk in the schedule, I guess, where Thanksgiving's next week. So usually the regionals are right after the RMAC tournament. Now you have a week off, and you have Thanksgiving in the mix. What kind of challenges does that present for you as a coach?
Challenge is we got to make sure we burn off that turkey and stuffing that they're going to go home and eat. But I think it's kind of good to not to have back-to-back tournaments. You know, if I'm going to look at a positive out of this, I like that we're going to have some mental and physical time off. As you know, we have 6 seniors on the team, and they act really old, and you know they have a lot of soreness going on. So I think this is going to be good, and I think as a team, even the coaching staff, we just need a couple days away, and then we're going to come back in and train hard and get ready for our first opponent.
Jackie, if there's one thing you can really say about this team, you guys respond well, to adversity. After the CCS loss and the Western New Mexico loss, you guys came back recruited and refocused, and especially with it being at this point in the season going into the NCAA tournament, do you really feel like that's going to be a huge motivation for you guys going forward? That's going to make you that much more focused and ready to go?
Oh, for sure. There's one thing this team hates, it's losing. And we use it to fuel us, we use it to drive us, and that's something we always talk about when we're talking to the team, is we talk about how we want to use all of our past experiences, and especially the losses. And losing to Regis hurts, but we want to let it sink in and then learn from it, grow from it, and play better going into the regionals. It'll drive us for sure.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.